Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the last part, we made it to Garlemald, and, well, we had to deal with the guards initially. But we set up camp, back camp, broken glass. And now, let's speak with the Marlene. Tracks in the snow. Well, Ho-Chao has been given something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. Sounds like a rather tall order. Since you ask, we're the scour the Evelyn rhyme for survivors. What? Wander around ice fields on the off chance you'll find someone? You take forever to finish the job without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come friends, I know just the spot to begin our search. I'll probably regret this, but we may as well humor him. Yeah, may as well, huh? Again, we are going to be ignoring side quests here. 77 East out. I should guess I could just follow this person who's literally going right for it. And grab that current, and they're right over there. Alright, don't think there's anything else nearby. Yeah, northeast. Cool. I spy with my little telescope. Massive sheep thing? Maybe it's a cow. Not what we're after either way. Is that an ether current? Ah, no, just a wind sprite. Yeah, can you find them for me, please? Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. But lo, what do I see over yon hillock? There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. A survivor? Show me. Over there, behind the tree. It looks like she's running away from something, though surely not us. She wouldn't even know we're here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress, a rather fetching one at that. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints. I'll let Lucia know where you're heading. Oh, and take these warming tinctures with you. The poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's actually very thoughtful. Thank you. But won't you need some for yourself? No, I'll be fine. As a matter of chivalry, my honor demands I do no less. And lest we forget, the very reason we're here is to protect those in need. Now go, and Godspeed. Making me realize there is a spot on the bottom of my screen. Really awkwardly placed. What the heck? I don't even know how that happened. Oh, I guess I'm in control, aren't I? I guess I should go that way. Alright. So we have footprints in the snow. Literally. We're going to follow them all the way along. The trail of fresh footprints leads east. Right down there, apparently. What does? Are we looking at 72 north? Alright, it's fine. Oh, they're down there. Oh, I guess. Footprints appear to be the same as those you saw previously and lead towards the building. I guess we'll go speak with Elise, who's right over there. We're getting closer, I'm sure of it. At first, we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't even look to have been open in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around here. And again, it's also possible that she ran right past this place. Would you mind searching up ahead? So in other words, yes, she did. Because, you know, it's me we're talking about. I had to do everything. So let's just examine this destination. The girl in the green dress anxiously surveys her surroundings. Were you call out to her from a distance, it might attract wild beasts to your location. Be safer to get closer first, but you must do so without drawing her attention. So we're gonna be a creeper. Is that what we're doing here? I hate creepers. My least favorite parts of Minecraft. Sorry. You follow the girl from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed. Make use of cover such as rocks to approach her without being seen. Similarly, the objective will slip in failure if you fall too far behind. Should you fail to complete the objective, you may try again or return to the designated location. Oh my gosh. So, this is another form of escort quest. I freaking hate these. So, if you look at her, you can see her sight, basically, what way she is viewing. If I remember right, our first spot is going to be the kind of sneak back here. If she sees you, you have to restart. There's one that's even cruddier later on. You see how she'll stop, turn around. If you were not hiding, she would see you. And yeah, I don't like these follow quests. They are very annoying. Also, of course, if you get too close, it's gonna fail as well. Hello, enemies up ahead. Who are you? I'm taking it that's a map party. Oh my gosh. Walk slower. That has to be a map group. Okay, someone there. That's just the default line. Yeah, just turn around again. Really hate these. Must be imagining things. Of course, I think that rock is my next hiding point too. Anyway, or is it? It's either that rock or this that tree or this rock. That's my next hiding spot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Better catch my breath. So it was the rock. This be spot me. I'm done for. Go. Actually, I guess this tree might be also be a spot like right after here. Just know you not grab that overgrown rose. I hope my luck holds. So I guess they were both hiding spots, huh? Gotta keep going. They're all depending on me. You might be figuring out why I really highly dislike these follow quests. Just a little farther. Where are you? Stay away. No! Seriously? Seriously? Now we get to do that all over again. Ugh. Happened to be in sight right as she turned. Is this not gonna be seen down here? This is it, the final spurt. Alright! I just kind of got distracted, looked away, and she was gone. And it's like, sweet, it worked. Okay. This tree? No. This rock? No. This rock? No. We're just going for it. Apparently. We are just going. Boom! Seriously, it was right at the end that I got spotted. Phew, still in one piece. Hi! You've been followed. Really badly. Who are you? Stay back. This house is packed with explosives. Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high. Please, we just want to talk. I'm Alphino. This is my sister Alize and our good friend Arya. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything away from you, or anyone else. I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the ones responsible for all of this. You did this to us. We didn't, I promise you. One of the reasons we came was to find out what happened here, in fact. The Talafarway are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald, and they won't stop until they destroy the entire world. They're the enemy. Our enemy. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who had been made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care, and we are striving to cure them of their affliction. You're the first person we've met who wasn't already enslaved. How were you able to escape the Talafarway's influence? Are there others like you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? My name's Asinia. As for how I've managed to stay sane, I've been asking myself the same question ever since that night, and the roar, that terrible roar, and the screams. I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. I ran past friends, people I'd known all my life, eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. Do you have family here? Is this their home? No, this is Victor Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers. Or it was, but now me and a few others are borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. Just wanted to keep everyone else safe, and I didn't know if you were... The truth is, our supplies are running low. You said you're here to help. Can you? Of course. Whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I better tell the others first, though. Wait here. Well, she seems friendly enough now. This is everyone. The Sinew says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, he provided us with means of heating the place. As a sign of goodwill, perhaps. We could take you at your word. If that's too much to ask, then leave us be. To put my firewood gathering skills to use, can you provide this spark with a little magic, Alize? We'll have a fire burning in no time. May we build it under that gazebo? The what? Oh, you mean the boar. Yes, do as you will. How the mighty are fallen. I'm still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you're here, though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. You know, I've worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I'll leave space around the fire for the others. As you can tell, they're in a far worse state than me. We were planning to look for somewhere warmer or with more food, but they're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health, which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can do to help them? Well, I hear we have a sage with us who could heal them. And a red mage with us who could heal them. I can treat their frostbite and their wounds, but it'll take time for the fire to do its work. Now would be a good occasion to make use of the Manoling's tinctures, the ones that can warm the body from the inside out. Would you make sure that everyone gets one? I guess we have that too. Numbness is beginning to subside, though I suspect once the fire dies, it will return with a vengeance. I'll try this out. Warming tincture. I've never heard of such a thing. No harm in trying. But tell me, have you heard aught of the city? Though calling it that seems absurd after what's happened. It's nothing but ruins now. The few buildings still standing offer no more than meager protection from the wind and snow. Food production, water purification, the magic that sustained us has come to a grinding halt. What machina that remains operational cannot be run for lack of ceruleum. Of course, Cerulean Engines is full of the stuff for all the good it does us. No one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. All is well. Yes, never bother. What sleep privation is this? Is it poison by any chance? This was a joke. A joke. If I laughed, 'tis that I may not weep. So said the poet. Lest my tears would freeze on my cheeks ere they fall. We are the blessed damned to bear witness to the fall of the great empire, while our brethren that lie dead, or live on as puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. When morning came, Garlemald was no more. In cacophony of gunfire, explosions, and screams was our beloved capital razed to the ground. From the rubble rose the disheveled remnants, their lavish finery caked in ash as they shuffled mindlessly toward the palace. Each bearing a fragment of stone or metal, an offering perhaps to the architect of her destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. But I knew better than to plead with the horde. I fled with my health, if not my conscience preserved. Now I wait with my fellow cowards for our final judgment. What do you want? To warm you up, which I'm feeling like I need right now. Jeez. Tincture? May as well drink it, I suppose. It's a radio. You don't have them from where you come from, I take it? We use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. There are different types, but this model is by far the most popular. Made with quality components crafted with the finest ore. Sourced from Locus Ammonis, as it is. Not all that useful since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either fled or ended up like all the others, because all we've been hearing is the same music being played over and over again. Home beyond the horizon. An ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland of Locus Ammonis. We may have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hope to take back what was once ours. 'Tis a solemn reminder that though we must suffer great hardship, better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe the Emperor Varus yet lives, and that he speaks to us through the radios. It was a cunning strategy faking his murder. He must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself, that he may one day make his triumphant return. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Varus would not be defeated so easily. Yeah. Not that. What's that? Warm yourself up. So this is what you gave the others? Thank you. I'll save it for later. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Are you part of the group staying at Laterum? I saw Legatus Virgilia's troops headed towards the Magna Glacius a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Camp Broken Glass, you call it. And Virgilia and her men are all there now. So how did you reach the Magna Glacius? Did you cross the mountains on foot? Airships. Then there might be a way to... where is everyone? Huh? Is something the matter? A voice from inside, you say? You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps the baby owl modesty found this way into the house. It wouldn't be the first time. Well, the soldiers to scare them off while the animals have been roaming closer to the settlements. Some have been known to attack people, too. I've just had an idea. If you and yours are strong enough to defeat the Gators, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. If you have a mind to continue helping us, perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. There's a small group of tappers living there, people whose job was to extract ceruleum. They still do, from what we can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange, lots of food. And that's something we don't have and we can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach their den, we'd have to make our way past all those creatures. Would you be willing to go in our place? We only need enough ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the offer still stands, that is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up your own supplies, but there might be a way to pay the tappers. You best watch out for baby almasties while we're gone. Yes, of course. If I see any, I'll be sure to shoo them away. To reach Tapper's Den, you'll have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support a person's weight, but if you'd rather not take the risk, you'll need to take the long way around. Finding entrance can be a bit tricky too, so it's easier just to look for someone standing guard outside. However you decide to head there, please be careful. Why are we suddenly just being sent away? It's fine, right? Current. 365 south. Alright. Oh gosh, I think I remember which one this is. Let's not go down onto the ice yet. Let's actually jump onto the pipe here. I wanna say it is up here. Just keep on jumping down. Is here here? Yeah, no, it is here. Okay, cool. I wasn't crazy. Not this time, anyway. Just having to vaguely recall there being a current up on this pipe. Cool. 245 southwest? I know I do have to be careful in this general area-ish. There is a hunt spawn point right around there. Still looking southwest. West. 145 west. Is it? I don't remember it being down here. No. Okay. What is back then? It's on the other side over there. So. Cool. Let's go around then, I suppose. Was it down in here, or is it in the... It's right there. Okay, it's right there. Never mind, it's right there. Yeah, from here, 554 north. Okay, cool. Hello, Burly Tapper. How are you? Who goes there? How did he find us? I just followed the mountains. What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? If the purebloods over at Victor Spoils had given away our location, you'd never have found us. Those stuck-up arseholes. Thought they could come waltzing in here demanding ceruleum with nothing to offer in return. Looks like the boot's on the other foot now the capital's gone to shite. So they resorted to sending you to negotiate. I know your game, Sellsword. If they think we'll give in into intimidation, they've got another thing coming. Oh, hello. I was not quite ready for combat, but we'll go with it. help this person out, I suppose. Okay, maybe this was a mistake. Alright, well, that's a great welcome. Let's just keep going in. There you are. Just after you left, Lucinia asked me to go and catch up with you in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip that I have a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. So this is Tapper's End. Well then, after you. Who are you? What happened to the guards? The Orzians and rebels here to save the people of Garlemald? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why the hells would you pass up this chance to put those Imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess, none of you are Garlean. You are brought here from other lands. Garabanya, Yonksha, Bozja, Dalmasca, to name but a few. Some dragged here against our will, others fed bullocks to have a better life, all put to work extracting ceruleum. All given this team time on places firmly on the bottom rung of the ladder. But the old hierarchy means nothing in the new Garlemald, says we. About the only thing that's escaped more or less unscathed is ceruleum engines, still sustaining us even with our paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're experts in drawing up ceruleum from the bottom of the lake, but how can you do that if it's frozen over? Huh, well, you'd like to know. Trade secrets, I'm afraid. At any rate, it's not as if ceruleum is used for much these days. What with the city of ruins? We take enough to power our heaters and save the surplus for later. And though it helps stave off the cold, it does sod all about our hunger unless we can trade it away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got ceruleum by the barrelful. If they're interested, we'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. We can certainly ask, but if you're all free to go now, why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? Even if we manage to get back to our homelands, there'd be nothing left for us thanks to the Empire. And the knowledge and skills we've acquired working here would be practically useless outside of Garlemald. So we're staying for the time being. As long as there's a need for ceruleum, we'll find a way to get by. Even if Garlemald, as we knew it, is gone for good. Gone for good. Regardless of what the Ilzabar contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be a cause for celebration, while others, their whole way of life will have been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed in the Empire's name, perhaps it's for the best that is consigned to history. What of the ordinary people, their lives, their stories? Should they be forgotten too? I see there will be plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. Oh, yeah, sure. At the end of the trail. So you've come seeking ceruleum, have you? What? Those purebloods up at Victor's spoils at you? To turn to their enemies for help. They must be more desperate than I thought. And again, Lucinia's got her little sister to think about. A sister? Well, also Lucinia and 3 men. It's possible she died from whatever was ailing her. She needed treatment. I doubt there'd be any way to get them around here. I may have refused Lucinia at first, thinking she'd come back with something in exchange, but I can spare them a bottle's worth of ceruleum. Consider a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send them our way, you hear? Okay, well. I can't for the life of me think why Lucinia would keep her sister a secret from us, but we can ask about that after we deliver the ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. Alright. Let's hurry back. This isn't right. It's too quiet. Would have thought Afano would be still treating them by the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. Look inside the house. We can search outside. They can't have gone far. Yeah, everything up here is gone, including the fire. The heck? Alright, let's just start around out here, I suppose. Oh, hey. There they are. They asked me to help carry supplies, but when I followed them back here, they attacked me. Caught me off guard, forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. Can't fool us. We know what you're about. Vultures, that's what you are. Waiting the wings for us to show weakness, then you swoop. Here to help. What rot I'll employ to make us lower our guard. Let you in. Put ourselves at your mercy. Put us in chains. Steal our lands. Get your revenge. You're wrong. That's not what any of us want. Save the arguments for later. We've got bigger problems. Found empty medicine bottles in the bed that was still warm. It's true. Lucinia was hiding her sick sister inside the house. But now, there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go? Away from you and yours. If you think I'll tell you, you're a fool. I never give up my people. We're trying to help them, you idiot. Her sister's ill. The empty bottles prove it. So the medicine ran out, or she put it in her pockets to make it easier to carry. Or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere. How can you let them go alone? To protect them from you! You invade our homeland, tainted with the same source we used to slay our countrymen. A Garlemald should sooner die than suffer the insult. Better for them to flee, keep their purity intact, than be corrupted by your vile magics. We were waiting for a chance to free them since the moment you arrived. This is getting us nowhere. Cannot say how Lucinia and her sister will react when we find them, but find them we must. Go on without me, both of you. I first need to attend to my injuries. And theirs. I will join you in the search after. Alright, be careful. We'll do our best to find them quickly. There's only one path out of here, so that's where we'll start. Alright. As I do my classic. Well, there's two sets of footprints. Two sets of fresh footprints. Young women, judging by the size. This is definitely them. Come on. Maybe. The trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route so as not to leave footprints. I can't think of any other reason. Look at this place. It's crawling with beasts, and I can only imagine how hard it must be for her ailing sister to cross the ice. We could really do with Alphinaud's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's live and look for clues. Oh boy, I remember hating this part. Alright. Look for the glowy. Or the hunts, apparently. Oh, we got a glowy. Half-buried piece of paper. The wet paper half-buried snow appears to be a flyer for a theater group, though the run of the shows advertise it has long since ended. Darn it! Anything over this way? Oh, hey. Glowy! Fresh blood? Oh, no. The blood staining the stone appears to be fresh. Judging by the amount, the victim must have been severely wounded. Trail of blood leads southeastward. Alright, it's bugging me that these hunts are here. Let's deal with this real quick. Take care of this. I think this is just a oneer, so. Come on. I guess I am level 82 here, but still. Or 80 versus 82. It's a oneer, right? Yes. Alright, cool. Cool. Now it's not bugging me anymore. Somewhere? Oh, I saw a thing.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked. No. Why? Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold. I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand, so I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
There must have been something we could have done. But what? Should we have never come here? Would they still be alive if we hadn't? The way forward. We've already caused enough harm here. Let's return to the camp before we cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do for now is make our report to Lucia and do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. So let's linger here no more. Come. There is an aether current here, and I'm trying to remember how to get to it, and I think I have to go around. I think. Is it inside? I think it's inside. Let's poke in real quick. Yep, there it is. It's like, maybe instead of just warping back, I'll try and get currents on the way. Okay, that's gonna be north. We are not gonna worry about that one quite yet. However, there is a S-rank spawn point just south of this little thing here. It's like somewhere along this trail. Something like that. So, still pointing north. I think that's my S-ring spawn point. I mean, hunt spawn point, but you know, where it's also, you know, you guys know the rule by now. Come on. Thank you. Table. Alize and Alvino tell me that they have finished their preliminary search for survivors, but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly, they are reluctant to provide details. May I ask for your account?
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the Third Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvus is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varus giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
Varus spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
My friends, I must speak with you. A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
What would your mother say if I let you 2 go by yourselves?
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
A couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
You'll be received as invited guests, and so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourselves accordingly. Your safe return takes precedence above all else. Remember this. Thancred in particular will be worried sick if you're gone too long. May the Fury watch over and keep you. However, I think we will talk with Iulus next time. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support really helps to keep being content like this and more. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!